Hi, welcome to the vlog. No shirt at the moment because I'm in the middle of doing other stuff. I wanted to do an introduction to this vlog on the air conditioning because I'd filmed it in the south of France at 32-35 degrees, and silly me, I deleted the clip where I did the introduction. So in the footage I'm about to show you, I'm kind of straight in explaining the problems with the red light that we had. So if you haven't got time to watch the vlog, overall good impression of the air conditioning. It certainly does bring the temperature down. An example I give in the vlog is that it was 30 degrees outside and 21 degrees in the caravan, which is perfect. Now what we found very quickly is shut the blinds, shut the windows obviously, and also we pulled the curtains because these Swift blinds, as I've mentioned before, they have a little tiny pinholes where the string goes for the blind. Now light does get in there, and that sounds stupid, but when it's 35 degrees out, even you know, the little bit of light coming through there can add heat. Also what I do is, and I've shown you in the previous vlog I believe, middle bathroom, for some reason Swift don't put a blackout blind on the skylight in the bathroom. So again, sun comes blasting in there, and in the UK it's not so bad, but at 35 degrees that bathroom gets very hot. So what I've done, I've got like a bit of silver foil, you know, as reflective kind of, I'll show you maybe. Sorry, it's going to be a bit dark. See there, look, just to stop that light coming in, because there's no blackout blind, it's purely just the fly screen, as you can see it there. So put that on there, stops all the heat. So what you want to do is keep as much of the heat obviously out. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, so what I'm talking about when the vlog starts is I had an issue with the red light coming on, which caused it not to work. So that's basically, I jumped straight in there and starting with that. Again, positive review. I would recommend it, 100% recommend it. That's pretty much it. Enjoy the vlog. So, red light. I'll leave it. It might be okay. Travelled down 250 miles to where we are now on the south coast. That still didn't work. That's not good. So, you know, googling, doing everything you'd normally do, look at YouTube. Oh, it could be the batteries in the remote control. No. Do this, do that, switch it on and off, done that, leave it off, left it on off all night. So anyway, I was messing about with the app about 4 o'clock the evening, the day we got here, and it burst into life. Oh wow, what was that all about? So then we were too scared to turn it off. So anyway, so actually I got a big shout out to Nigel Hudson, because he did help us out on this one. He messaged me to say, how's the aircon working? And I said, well, bloody hell. I said, it's not, it's red light. I just wondered, do you know if Truma fix things in France? And he said, well, he had a look online, and there was a French distributor repairer just 15 minutes from where we are in South France. Oh, fantastic. Monday morning, rung Truma, very helpful. Oh yes, that's a problem with the wiring harness. So I thought, well, with the bouncing around, maybe it's come disconnect something, but it was working anyway. So I said, look, I know there's a distributor near us, and they said, oh yeah, okay, give them a ring. And I said, well, I thought I'd ring you and you could arrange it. If you ring them, or if they ask you, don't pay any money because you've got 5 years parts and labour warranty. Or do you have proof of purchase? Do I have proof of purchase? I'm in the south of France and it's a 15-month-old caravan. I don't carry, and anyway, it was I don't have a receipt for the Truma Air Con. I have a receipt for the caravan. But you know, I mean, what sort of madness is that? Because sometimes they ask you to pay and you shouldn't pay. Okay, so well, do you know if these people speak, hang on, this is where I get maybe a bit, I said, do you know if these people speak French? They said, well, they wouldn't know. Of course they wouldn't know, right? So I don't know if this is me being unreasonable or whether my expectations are just too high. So, you know, there's no way I'm going to be able to, okay, look, Englishmen in France, right? I did German at school. That ain't going to help me much. I have rudimentary French, rudimentary English as well, but French is, you know, I can get by asking for things as a tourist. I can't ring up a Truma dealer and say there's a problem with my air conditioning, the red light's on, I've done this, I've done, you know, it would be beyond me. So I thought, okay, if worse comes to worse. Now at this stage the air conditioning was working, so I weren't too bothered, but at this stage I thought the reception might be able to help me if I get in trouble. But I thought, you know what, as it's working, I'll just email the distributor. And you know, a few hours later they came back to me in English, apologised for his bad English, and I joked, look, your English is better than my French, mate, so don't worry, don't apologise. So he said, we can have a look at it, but you need to bring it in. Again, I don't know if that's me being unreasonable. I mean, I would imagine if it's a motorhome, I think, you know, that I could just drive there, right? But Caravan, and this site is not, you know, you don't want to come in and out every day. It's not that kind of, it's a bit hilly, bit bendy, bit tight in places. So I said, look, there's no way I can bring it in, and anyway it's working. And he said, yeah, apologies, I couldn't help you, hope you get it sorted out. But now this is like 3 or 4 days later, 5 days later, and it's been okay. It's worked perfectly well, apart from me maybe not understanding how it works. Now one of the things it does every now and again, it goes on a defrost mode where the blue light flashes and the compressor goes off and water pours down from the top, you know, where it empties the condensation traps. Now a couple of mornings it's done that, although the fans have been on, sort of, not really a lot of air coming out, and the blue light's on and no compressor on, so it's not been cool. So we've woken up hot, so I assumed it's defrosting, but I don't think it is. It seems to get its knickers in a twist a bit. So what I did this morning was I turned it on to fan only, turned it back to cool, and then it started to defrost because loads of water was coming down the back. So you'll see here I have a pan on the floor. Now that pan is there because water was coming out of the bit where you point the air this way or that way. Water was dripping out. So I don't really know, so this is just me telling you what I think of the unit, okay? It's not really that you shouldn't buy it, but I think if you're thinking about it, definitely get one. They are worth it, but these are just little issues I've had. Like I say, it could be me not knowing how it works. I mean, there's not a lot to do, right? Just put it on cool and let it do it. So it goes through various cycles of defrosting, which is great, although sometimes that doesn't seem to work in this heat. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's been running basically 24 hours a day for 4 days, so you know, is that okay? I don't know. It seems, I mean, it's an air conditioned unit, I'm going to use it, right? So at night we thought we'd put it on to fan only, but that isn't really good enough cooling wise. And also, now this is something we kind of knew about before, but where we've got the door there, because it's an end bathroom, the fans don't really get to the back, although the bedroom will stay cool if the aircon's on, if the compressor's on. If it's just fan only, it doesn't really reach the back. Another thing is the noise. Now it's a compressor on your roof, so it's not going to be quiet, I understand this, and at the moment you can hear it humming there, and the fans, in fact I put the fans on speed 2. So go there. I probably won't be able to talk while it's on, so I'll turn it back to on. So again, not too noisy, but I think if you got it on fan 2, you wouldn't really be sitting in there having a conversation. Voices would be elevated. So I think if you had the compressor on and fan 2 at night, if you're a light sleeper, I mean, Mandy struggles with the noise of the compressor at night, because it's either something you're okay with or something you're not. I'm not complaining it's too noisy, I'm just saying that there is a noise to the compressor when it's on, especially at night. As far as temperatures goes, it does take it down to 20 degrees. It's nice and cool in here at the moment. As you saw, it's 32 outside, 30 outside and 24 in here. Now it does get so it's only been on for a couple of hours because overnight we woke up at like I don't know, whatever o'clock in the morning, and it was quite warm in here, and the cooling was on. There was hardly any air coming out of the vents, and I think that's maybe where it was meant to be doing its defrost mode, but I don't think it was doing it. So turn it off and on again did that. I don't normally have to do that, but I'm just saying last night we did. Overall, absolutely fantastic unit, and we wouldn't be without it. I was a little bit scared of the problem we had. Oh, just to mention again, I mentioned like Nigel Hudson dropped us a message just to see how we was getting on with it, and I said we had a problem. So he did arrange for us to speak to somebody actually from Alder, because he was visiting Alder, I believe, and the guy from Alder was really helpful. He'd seen the problem before, agreed with what Truma had said, that it was probably a loose harness, explained to me how I might want to fix it. Obviously I'm not going to touch it because it's in warranty and it's working. However, it would require Allen keys, and I didn't have any Allen keys, so I went to a supermarket and bought some Allen keys just in case, because if I'm on site and the air conditioning isn't working, I'm not taking the Caravan half an hour down the road. You're on holiday, and that's where I'm living. I know it's the same with a motorhome, I guess, but you tow the Caravan there, and how long are they going to have it? Well, it was just not in my thinking. It wasn't in my thinking that I'd need to take the Caravan somewhere. I just thought they'd come out, have a look. If it was just a matter of taking the panel off and reseating the wiring harness, I mean, you know, I don't want to spend the whole day. Anyway, is that unreasonable? I don't know. I just thought they could, you know, I'm taking the mountain to Mohammed, right? I don't know their situation, whether they've got a workshop or whatever. I was just thinking there'd be a mobile repair. They could do a mobile. Anyway, maybe I'm expecting too much. Just so that you know, if you get a problem with the Truma when you're on site on holiday in France, you've got to take the Caravan to the repairer. I guess that might happen at home as well. I'd need to go to my local dealer, right? So maybe I'm just a miserable old sod and expect too much. But then I thought, you know, me being me, I was thinking, look, I've got red pennant recovery, right? I wouldn't think when I rung them to say help, I've broke down, they'd say, oh, here's the number of the nearest French garage, give them the ring and they'll come out and do. No, I want them to. That's the whole point. And then I thought, well, you know what? I'm not paying for the warranty, but you know what? I absolutely am in the price of the unit. So I don't know. There you go. That's my thoughts on the Truma Aventa Comfort. Very good air conditioning unit. Does 100% does cool the van to an acceptable level. This is a 7.98 meter shipping length, so including the A-frame. The only downside is with the rear bedroom, obviously you've got that, the wall, as I said there in the bathroom with the mirror on, that wall there obviously gets in the way of the fans blowing towards the bedroom at night, so you don't necessarily feel cool air blowing on you, although if the compressor's working and it is blowing out cold air, you will be cool. Now, still not 100% sure why in the morning we're waking up when it's hot, as I just leave it on all night. Maybe that's the problem, I don't know. That's it. Thanks for watching. I hope I haven't put you off getting one. It is overall positive review, although we did have problems. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. This is quality Caravan vlogging.